Greetings and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi and welcome to your SOULSCOPEs. Welcome back, all of my friends, and to the beautiful humans tuning in for the very first time. This is your Akashic channel record reading your soul books with your horoscope. So, SOULSCOPEs. And we're going to be reading your energies from December 15th to the 31st. And this is for all my Libra Decan ones out there whose birthdays are from September 23rd to October 1st. All right, my Libra Decan ones, we're going to clarify for correction's sakes here. We have your Decan number 1 starting from September 23rd to October 2nd. We don't want you to think that, you got a leap year coming where you can just universally go willy-nilly, okay? This includes you. All right, let's get started. All right, they are laying down the law. We're gonna stop right there. This is gonna be a little bit here to break down. So, oh, Libra. Okay, there's a couple of these that are definitely out of place. I'm just gonna switch some energies around. I'm gonna do this, and that. All right, so we're going to come from this direction. All right, this was the first card laid down, and they are, other than those few changes in, you are having a tough time making some decisions here. There's not only mental conflict happening and isolation, you are feeling deeply, you have a deep victim mentality happening right now. You've got a lot of fragmented energies. You're looking at so many choices, so many options. You're not really sure which path to take. Because not only do you not have clarity, you have a lack of believing the potential outcomes are going to be in your favor. And you feel like these are forced changes. And there's a new event that just came up here, actually out of the blue and pretty surprising, and it has you looking at all of the options, but neither one. What's really crazy is that they both look the same. They look like you're gonna have to do a lot of uphill climbing, a lot of mountain and terrain, like you're overwhelmed on top of that. So not only do you have the victim mentality, but you're overwhelmed. You've got a heavy lack of consciousness happening because you are also being overwhelmed by the fear and the insurmountable task of getting this cleared, done, and lifted. And so this isn't just your relationship sector that is being affected right now. You are actually looking at life and at large. So there's no love that you can feel tangibly. Although it's all around you, suddenly you feel extraordinarily isolated. This is the fears talking. You've gone down the labyrinth of the depths of your fears. This is really dark. They're saying this is like a vortex of darkness, like you're just being sucked down the vacuum of it. And they need you to come up for a little air. And they want you to hold on to gratitude for all that you've accomplished. Somehow, this event has shrouded all that you've overcome and all the great things that have happened to you this year. They're saying that you were able to take a nice break, kind of just feel yourself. They're also saying that not only did some of the things change around you because of COVID, they're saying that you really got to see some parts of yourself that you enjoyed. And they want you to go back and look at all the good things that did happen and take some rest, take a seat back. You've been going through one hurdle, through another hurdle, and another challenge, and another mishap, and another situation all year long. And you really need to begin embracing you. You put every single person before you every time. They're also saying this event surrounds a family member and personal finances, which launched this off. And some of this is a little bit relationship issues, but you've got a lot. And they're saying that now it's time to open up to the change. And you know that this is what's happening. You've been speaking about this particular change since, easily since the summertime. You knew you needed to make some different choices. You didn't make them. And now it's time to really heal the reason why you got stopped in your tracks. You get sidetracked with other people's dramas. You get sidetracked into the fear of being alone. All this stuff is happening currently. And they need you to open up here to the truth of who you are. To stop making the same decisions. And as you hold gratitude for what you did accomplish, you're going to be able to see more of your worth right there. And they need you to speak into your heart. You know, a lot of times the chakra card will come up and it'll be about setting an intention and speaking of vibration. But this one, they want you to say, I forgive myself. Indeed, it sounds deep. They need you to speak into your heart. I forgive myself. And I am worthy. Very two extraordinarily powerful words when spoken together. And in doing so, then you're going to have to take action here to begin the catalyst of change. They are telling me to tell you that you need to go in another direction. You are actually choosing a choice that you've already chosen before, thinking that this is going to work out different. Now they're talking about your relationship here. They're saying that you went backwards in 2021 in the relationship sector. You had gone through so much in 2019, and then to move back into the same situation with the same person, thinking that this is part of this too. You've been jumping in and out of relationships, and this one almost broke you, and it stole a lot of your soul, and they need you to take yourself back. That's what's happening here too. That's why they're calling out the relationship. This person came back during a retrograde period, and you held on to the familiar because you feel like you owe this person something, and that you're going to have to forgive yourself. And in order to attract new love, we're going to move this. As you begin speaking this forgiveness, and I am worthy, you are going to see yourself begin to blossom and heal, and see all of the world that lays ahead of you, all the options. You feel like he or she is the only choice that you could have made. And maybe you were running from something else, but now it's time to stop and reconsider. Because they're saying you are going in the wrong direction, and you are going to need to change that direction right here. And when you do, then you'll be able to really not only reassess, but move the energy of love. And I love this card here because we've got tying the knot here in the energy, but even more so powerful is the Reiki hands, and you see that the hands overlap the hand, and the energy is actually wrapping the heart in a infinity. This is a beautiful card because when you become the master of your truth, then you can move love in any direction. But you have to know who you are, and they need you to open up and pierce into the deepest part and speak to your heart, because this is about surrender right now. And the surrendering is giving up and letting go of the pain, because you keep re-experiencing it over and over and over. And you need a break now. You need to reach out to a friend. They're telling me to tell you this. You will need to reach out to a friend. This is not something that you can take to a family member. You're going to have to reach out to someone and let them know that you are in trouble. And you feel like you know that you did this to yourself, they're saying too. And this has to do with the relationship. You know that you did this to yourself. You are right back. You are beating yourself up here. Really, really critically. This is deep self-sabotage. And you know that you know that you went backwards. And you don't know how to admit it, but you are going to have to reach out to that special friend that you have that loves you regardless. There's no I told you so's. There's no judgment. Someone that can help you release all of the reasons why you keep choosing the same choices and feeling like you have, they're saying that you feel like you have fucked up your life so much so that you're not sure how to get back started again. Because you're right back where you were in 2018 and 19. Struggling, fighting, clamoring. Not only that, but you have diminished yourself inside of this relationship, and they're saying that this right here is time to stop, which is why you're going to have to speak the words to your heart. I forgive myself. You're going to have to begin the cycle of self-love. And when you do, the world is going to open. Then you'll be able to take not only action, but command of your life. You're going to learn this about yourself. This is not only this end of the year energy. This is where you are right now, but a lot of this is prophetic. It's moving forward into 2021. So we're going to go right into the 2021 predictions right now. All right, all you Libra Decam ones. Now we're going to go to the best part of this reading. Is your energy of the year. And right after this, you got to stay tuned for the love predictions. Okay, so how this works is every year, our season, we need our life path information. That's the one thing that we really don't really understand enough to understand what and why things are happening. It's for our soul growth. So this is going to be your soul's energy. Okay, this is what's going to help where your growth point is growing to for the year. And this part is going to be your skill, your talent, whatever ability you might have that you have inherently, something maybe you learned or grew through this year that you discovered about yourself that's going to help you grow in 2021. And this, well, this is the path. This is how you're going to get that growth. Let's take a look. So your soul lesson for the year is adversity. Now, they want me to tell you this because you say this to yourself often and out loud. I learn by doing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I learn from my own experiences and my own mistakes. This is something that you willfully know to be true. So, your growth this year is going to be in every area of your life because you are about to go through the biggest awakening there has ever been in transformation. And you are going to learn this through the downtroddenness of every means of adversity available to mankind. And what do I mean by that? I mean that life is getting ready to be unbelievably harsh. You learn through adversity, and so they want you to really, really surrender. You have been running. You've been holding on to bad relationships after bad relationships. You have, to the most part, even in this particular cycle of your life, you left and they made a divine intervention on your behalf to leave the relationship. But not only did they upgrade you in 2021, but they're saying that you're living currently in a diminished capacity just to be with this person, and you know that it isn't right. And so you're resistant to changing these outcomes because you feel like you are obligated to be with this person, or you are beholden to them because of some of the events that you went through 2000. This is deep, because this person that you took back, you have some deep history with, and you feel like they're the only one who has held you down, supported you, been there for you, but they are the same one that has taken you and drug you through the streets. And so the best way for you to learn how to surrender is through heavy weighted adversity. And the good thing about you is you believe that you are tough and that you are strong enough. So your ego is awaiting the biggest, what I call, break point known. So you and me got a lot in common, because I had a serious break point. This is when your ego is cracked open so hard that it pretty much not only gets a concussion at your awakening, but it is almost dead. So there's very little resistance from your ego to rise up at any point, so that your soul can grab a hold of you and your heart, and then lead you to the place of abundance and universal goodness that is inside of you, so you can really live the life that you deserve. You are on a crash course to hell right now where you are. So they want to let you know that all of what you're getting ready to go through in the first half of the year is so that you can learn that you deserve better. All right, so now let's see that ability that is going to help you understand and gain. And I love this for you. This is right on point. This is the Elder card. Now, you may not be able to see it really clearly, but what I love about this is that your ancient ancestors, and actually you've had at least 2 or 3 deaths over the past in your life. Family has passed away. 1, 2. I'm seeing 3 people. 2 this year, 1 last year. Wait, 2 people this year. 3. There's someone else about to pass away. You've got a lot of ancestors, current loved ones. Wait, 2. Father, estranged father, grandmother passed away 2020. And so they are supporting you to leave these ancestral patterns of poverty consciousness, lack consciousness, struggle consciousness, being left and abandoned consciousness, relationships that don't uplift you, motivate you, inspire you, grow you consciousness, accepting little bit and giving your all to receive little or nothing in the relationship consciousness, staying in stagnated careers consciousness, not growing your creativity consciousness. Your ancestors are making swift, decisive actions. So you, my friend, would want to employ someone who can read in the Akashic Records, someone who can help you connect to your ancestral line. You would also require some very deep karmic pattern readings and abundance blockage readings. You know this was taught to you. You know this is the life of the people, of the parents, of the family, of your surroundings, of what you grew up in, and what they taught you. This is life. This is a different kind of life. This is a different kind of mindset. this reading right here isn't for everybody. This is for a hand select few people. You know who you are. This is deep ancestral shadows that you are breaking. But when you do, because it's not a matter of if, it is when you do, you will not only be walking with the keys to the kingdom, you will be able to own all of the sacred geometry's vibrations. You will be able to harness all of the universal laws. You will be able to not only stand in your rightful place that you were designed to inherit, the one that you were supposed to walk in, the one that you're supposed to assume all of your authority. Walk in your divine abundance, all the universal law. And it's not just love here. We're talking about the practitioner, the healer. You know, that purpose that you were sent here in which to touch hundreds of lives. Adversity. And when you heal through this adversity, this is a story that revives. It gives new life, rebirth to others. I mean, you could very well be sitting on the book, the movie, the play that not only sets your abundance up for life, but then heals. When I say healer, they're not saying that you necessarily have to do what it is I do as a coach, as a healer, as an aromatherapist, as a Reiki master. Your words, your adversity, your story is the testimony that brings new life, while at the same time breaking the chains of the ancestral line. So now we're going to go into the path. Ooh, I love this card. I love this card. Because this is always your way. This is the path card here. This is how you really take the challenge of adversity and learn. You heal and let go of how the old ancestral patterns, stories, and shadows no longer work for you. All that baggage, consciousness that you've been holding on to, now you step into I am who I am. This is about knowing as you grow. This is about moving into the space of being comfortable with the wisdom that you gain, and that using that wisdom to apply it to situations, circumstances, standing in your passions, your power, standing in the self-discipline, the self-capable, being able to change the dynamics of your story around instead of self-sabotaging, self-achieving. I am who I am. So although adversity may come to tear down all these different shadows, because I'm counting at least 5, 6, 7 different ancestral pattern shadows, conditioned believing, ways of being, and you say this all the time, that's who I am. Well, when you tack on, this is who I am, that I am, you are speaking the power of the universal language now. I and am together in a sentence. Any words following after that will surely manifest. These are lightning, like abracadabra. These are lightning magic words because of the frequency in them. You are saying of a truth, heart, mind, body, and soul, I am a such and such. When you say these words, when you proclaim that something is as it is, it becomes dense matter manifestation, facts, law, proof, evidence, all of that. And here you are not only alchemically changing the form of the blueprint of your life, but for that of millions of millions of millions. Because imagine a story that would show triumph over defeat, really transforming through an alchemic process of consciousness shifting and healing. A movie that would show someone from the depths of the depth and the lowest of the low to rise. Self-made, self-proclaimed, someone who would be able to walk into this type of story in the deepest of their knowing, touching millions. Because they're not just saying, they're saying stadiums and stadiums and stadiums. So not just wealth in your lifetime. We're talking about generational wealth. Not only relationships, but a healed story of lineage of not just your people that come from your line, but all the other lines of other women and other men you'll be able to touch with your story. So not only do you heal the pattern of your own relationships, but you also clear and move others' relationships and their love story and their ability to claim abundance. This is your divine rightful place, which is why the adversary is coming to teach you what to let go of now. You use this in understanding the old consciousness that you came from. They taught me this, but I am becoming that. And this is the energy of your new year. Now, I know this was a lot and it seemed really heavy, but I'm telling you, you've made it this far. Now take a look at the last remaining nuggets of the stories, those deep-seated, rooted things, and allow yourself the path to self-discovery to know who you are. And now, let's get ready for the 2021 predictions. All right, all my Libra Decam ones, we're going right into your 2021 love predictions. Let's take a look at what's happening in the love sector going into 2021. Well, we've already talked about some of these things already, so none of them would be a surprise. But let's hear how these are going to fall. And as you saw, these cards came peeled right off, so we're going to take a look at the current energies. We're going to make some sense of this really quick. We do know already that these particular energies are the strongest happening right now here in December. These energies are going to carry over just due to the fact of the new moon's energy. So we're looking at dark thoughts, fragmented energies. I'm hearing a lot of pain and a lot of sorrow and a lot of regret. Forgiveness is definitely on the table. So these three are the strongest three. And these two types of awarenesses and consciousnesses that are happening here are extraordinarily powerful. And you're going also, they say, back and forth. I was just going to say this says back and forth to me, but they actually also pulled the back and forth card. So this immediately I heard back and forth, but you also have this. So here you are. You want to move, you want to go forward, but you feel like you don't know how and can't. You don't know where to go and can't. You see a future, you don't believe that you deserve it. You want to live up to everyone's expectations and what you think life should look like. Make sure you can see all these. Also, deep, dark thoughts. So these are the rotating. Am I worthy of having it? I just want to be like everyone else. I'm feeling like this is your cycle. You're breaking the status quo. They also just said that in your energy for the year. So we know that to be true. We know all the consciousnesses that you are coming to destroy in 2021. But you feel weakened and also incapable. You don't feel like you have enough ability and skill. So this also could be, I'm hearing from one who may not feel their educational level is where it should be. You feel limited in the types of positions that you could look at. And also for those who have higher skilled set types of jobs, you still are feeling like you are trapped in the illusion of comparing or meeting up to the standards of life, and nothing is adding up. So all year, this is all the way up to July, and you are going to wrestle. You are going to have some really cool periods that are going to help break some of this up, because it's going to be massive isolation. I'm hearing shame, regret, deep self-doubt. There's a lot of diminish as well as decrease here. Also, for those of you who are prone to depression, substance abuse, and thoughts of self-harm, there's a number at the bottom of this page. I want you to write it down. 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 And so there are going to be some pages, there's going to be some places in your life where you're going to have a few golden rays of sunshine. And I know this seems kind of harsh, but again, you learn You learn best by experience. And so life's adversaries and adversities, life's challenges and obstacles are going to show you all of what you don't want. Because you are going to learn how to master universal law and the harnessing of an intention and the creating of the vibration by destroying the story that you believe the strongest to be true. And so you are going to have some peaks and valleys here. One in April, one in May, and by June you will be ready to indulge into a place where you are willing to at least address these. You will go on a short-term trip, or travel will be offered to you. You could even go down the street or visit a neighbor. This is called travel. It doesn't have to be an exotic location or vacation. Going somewhere, being transported through energy where you can feel uplifted, feel supported. This is this type of travel. It's a destination about your soul, and you are going to be thirsty, and you are going to need the water that will refresh your soul. So no matter if it's next door, down the street, an hour away, a short trip, or a quick visit, this is going to be something that you are going to be in desperate need of at the time. Look for that to happen in April. Then you're going to be looking here at May, and these are going to help. These events are going to help shift the cycle and shift you from these strong currents. These are energy patterns, every last one of them. And so you're going to need, remember they said that you are going to need to reach out to a friend. Here they are. If you don't make the call, if you don't reach out to them, they say this is on you. May. Then we have another friends, family, and then guides will be coming in to seek and give you the strength, because you are almost going to disappear. This is going to be a heavy, dark period. Is there love here? No, there isn't. So I cannot report on a prediction of whether or not there's love there, because this is going to be the consumption of the first good 8-9 months of 2021 for you. You are going to have some peak highlight moments. This one, actually, they're saying this one could involve fun and release for you, but will you have enough strength to reach out and come out of the dark cave? It's available, and this is going to be, they're saying this looks like someone's birthday party. Oh, sorry, wedding. This is going to be a wedding, and you also have an opportunity to reach out to friends, but will you do it? They're saying that part's on you. This one is inevitable. This one's going to happen whether you want it or not. So this seems to be around work. Also, they're saying that this is a family thing. You're going to have to check on somebody yourself, and this is what gets you moving. Travel is related to the movement. You need to shake your energy here. And then here also in June, you are going to be in the need of friends, support. You don't like to lean on people, and that's why this is happening. You like a significant other to be there, but this person that's currently already in your life, the relationship that you went back to, we know that you're in the relationship presently because they already spoke on it, but they're not even present in this part of the reading. So will they even be able to assist you? No, they won't. You're going to have to reach out to others outside of your significant other, because there's no other version of types of relationships being fostered here. This says family. This is friends and colleagues. This one is like family now. Like, hey, and then guides, like, whoo, we need some inundation of energy. So we're definitely going to see, and just from my soul, I feel like I got to pull you another card, because they're saying this is what it is. You are going to give a rope and the keys to break yourself free from this prison right here in June. And what you do from here sets up the next 6 months of the year. There's 2 eclipses happening, or eclipse cycle in June and July, and they're saying that this is your get out of jail free card. I'm going to pull you another card. Just because I feel like there's got to be some hope in here somewhere, because this seems super dark. But you're stubborn and you're hard and you like to learn by your own experience. So we're going to match that with a milestone. Can you see it? So you're going to need something to give you that a sign that you are moving forward. And that sign is coming. I'm glad that they allowed that there, because you will see stepping stones and small baby steps of growth here until June, July, when you are willing to ask for help. And asking for help is a huge milestone, because you don't like to ask or look bad or look like you are failing, and you don't like to rely on others. The pride that you have in asking for help, stepping outside of this, is huge for you, and it's absolutely a milestone. All right, so now we're going to go to the prediction about your relationship. And this is for those who are already in relationships, and for those who are looking to attract, all my singles and datings. So let's take a look at the angel message card. All right, all of my Libra Decan ones, let's take a look at what love does in 2021. This is the angel message here. Let go. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is exactly what you needed to see. If you didn't see it across all the different sets of decks and all the different versions of what's coming forward, it's up to you. Just let it all go, and then we'll see what love does. All right, all you Libra Decan ones, it's time to just let go now. I was going to say something pretty cheeky. I'm going to say it anyway. Let go and let God. We just all went to church anyway. So we had to come to Jesus moment. This is what your soul is screaming. This is what your ancestors and guides are screaming. And you also know inside, it's time for you to just let it all go. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Listen, stay tuned. Stay right here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get all the content, because this channel right here is about soul growth, conscious evolution, and not only healing and mending the story, but also doing the mental heart changes that need to happen so that we can become aligned with manifesting. We are the home of the coaching program, Mind Engineering Consciousness, as well as the Self-Love Club. So if this resonated with you right here and you need a hug, I want you to drop this in the comments. And if you need to make a phone call, if you need to talk to a professional, the number right here. Hey, listen, we're sending out all the love and light. This time of the year can be extraordinarily difficult, and the times in which we live in with the pandemic, they can be extraordinarily filled with anxieties, frustrations, fears of what's going to happen. We are here for you. I am Demi, and I'm sending you all the love and all the light. And I want you to stay tuned. I want you to hang on, because we are here for you. And if you need something from us, all of our info is down below. You can follow us on social media. You can reach out to us on our website. All of our contact information is there as well. I'm Demi, and I'm signing out. One other thing. I want to tell you this because I'm not sure who this was for, but that relationship that came back, that you went back to, why don't you check out your partner's SOULSCOPE so you can see what extraordinary things they're going through, because this is why they're not going to be able to support you, and you're going to need that support. You're going to need someone that you can bend an ear to and someone that you can reach out to. But check their soulmate SOULSCOPE so you can understand where they're at and what path their soul is on, so you can better even get at least a little bit closer during this time, so you can communicate a little bit more effectively, so you don't feel so alone. And I'm Demi, and I'll see you next time right here on Soulmate SOULSCOPEs, and I'm signing.